The best time to plant a tree was 10 years ago, so that means that the next best time is right now. I've heard that phrase before, and honestly, that's so true. Just start. If you have an idea of something you want to do, just start it, because the longer you put it off, the more time you're wasting that you could be spending, getting better, practicing. What a phrase, right? It's very easy to compare yourself when doing anything, but especially on YouTube where there's always people making stuff, I find myself, it's very easy to compare myself. It's tough, but I feel like I don't do it too much. I just sit and go, how can I make this to the level that I've seen, because I know it's possible? And then I want to just constantly push myself to that level, even though I've got to make videos just how I can and learn from it. Because the way that they got to their quality of video, these other folks, is by doing it for long. And I sit here and paralyze myself by overthinking it, when really I just got to make videos and let them be okay, and then eventually they'll be amazing because I'll have experience. And that's just what I've got to suck up and do, The main thing though, and actually I was thinking about this earlier today. Actually, I was eating lunch and I was thinking about this. I'm glad that I started doing Twitch and YouTube when I did, because it was a moment for me when I was like, it was very close to the start of quarantine, and I had thought about doing this that entire year. Like before COVID even started, last year, I was like, I would love to start streaming, because at the beginning of the year, I got back into watching it, which was the main thing. I hadn't watched it a lot, except for Zeldathon for years. And then I got back into it. I don't remember exactly. It was Clint Stevens. And then I ran into Alpha Gaming on YouTube, Harris Heller. It basically was like, I went, wow, it's actually not as bad as I remember, because I tried years ago. So when I went ahead and actually checked it out and tried some stuff, I realized it is possible, even on my not amazing internet. I'm still using the same internet I was back then. And yeah, so I started. Basically, I just said, even though I have no clue what I'm doing, I just want to do this. And it gave me an excuse to do graphic design again, which I love to do. So I did it. So what I said is, I'm just going to start streaming right now, because the best time to plant a tree was 10 years ago, so that means that the next best time is right now. I've heard that phrase before, and honestly, that's so true. And part of that was also because, not last year, but the year before that, 2019, I had started to learn about investing. And the same thing is true there. People that say, I want to get into the markets eventually, they find, and it's a concept called time value of money. The money is most valuable to you right now. So that's how it also applies. So I was hearing this in multiple different areas, and I was observing it in multiple different areas. And so I applied it. I was like, I'm just going to give it a try. And I did it. And it was fun. Even though at the beginning I didn't have very much. And this is a bit of a story. At the very beginning, I had 4 or 5 viewers. One of them was Damien, who often was streaming with me. And then I'd have, my friends, because I used to share it on my personal Instagram and Snapchat and stuff. I'd have some of my friends hop in every now and then. But the chat wasn't super active. My first streams had 2 people, but when I did a race with Damien on Pikmin, I had a couple more people chatting. It was really fun. So I kept doing it. Lo and behold, like a month later into streaming, a channel I've been following for, at that point, probably 2 years, I think, posts on the YouTube community tab, I stream on Twitch. I'm starting to stream on Twitch. Come check out my channel. And I go and follow the channel, and little did I know, they were about to stream in like 20 minutes after I saw the post, even though I saw it a day later. And I'm like, okay, this is sick. So I hopped in. I talked in the chat, and that's when I met Shadow at noon. And I hung out in the channel, and then she was playing Minecraft, and the next day I'm like, you know what? That was really cool. I haven't tried streaming Minecraft yet. Let me try streaming Minecraft. And I said I was streaming Minecraft, and I tagged her on Twitter because she gave me the inspiration, and she tuned into my channel, and I proposed the idea for the Nintendo Toontown Discord server. And I was like, it would be so cool if these music mix channels that clearly do the same thing, or similar things, would come together and create a huge community where we could talk about games and music. And it literally happened. She was then later like, yeah, that'd be a cool idea. And she just messaged me, and we made it. And that's where we are now. And that would not have happened if I would have waited a month extra to stream because I didn't have the best equipment. I just think that the timing was perfect. And now the thing is you're saying, wow, you timed that great, Callum. No, I didn't. I just started when I was like, I would love to do this. And then I started. That's all I did. So I didn't time that. That was just coincidence. But you miss out on that stuff by just not starting and trying. When preparation meets opportunity. Perfect. I mowed my neighbor's lawn for years, the one like literally that's right next to us. And he's got a pretty good lawn. And then my mom was browsing Facebook one day, and this is a very small example, but it's a good example. Because I'd been mowing my neighbor's lawn and our own, when my mom saw someone looking for someone that would mow lawns, new to the area, she immediately said, my son can do it. And I was like, sure, I'll do it. He lives up the road from us, like I have to drive there. But I worked for him for like 8 months. That is what set me up to have a savings account before and any investments before I turned 18. You see, because I had the experience of mowing lawns already, my mom was quick and easy and ready and with no hesitation able to volunteer me when she saw somebody new in the area. This is all retro, like this is me looking back, I'm looking back in the past. I'm like, wow, the last 8 months or whatever has been very coincidental in a way, but also thanks to me just going, I'm going to do it. And I talked about this, I think, on my last stream when I was talking about having a face cam. If you remember back to my early streams, if you were here, I was using this camera, which I got for my birthday. My first stream was in July. I've tried it in May to figure out how the software worked, but I didn't have a camera, and I really wanted to have a camera. I should have just started and kept going without a camera just to learn it more, because I'd probably be in a better place. However, things happen for a reason. I then got this camera, but I did not have a battery for it. So I just said, you know what? I'm going to buy a spare battery, which was available, and I swapped them out. So I could have it max a 4-hour stream. And I did that for months. Even though it was not ideal conditions, and I'm no like poster child for anything, I look back on it like it's retrospective, and I go, wow, like that actually is like a perfect example of just doing something as you're inspired. If you're inspired to go and draw, go and draw. Kat sends us awesome art. She's like, I've just been in the mood to draw. If she's like, oh, you know, I don't have the best like drawing kit or something and doesn't draw, she's missing out on, you know, quality experience and practice in drawing. So that's my little rant about just if you have something that you are interested in trying and you've always wanted to try it, but you haven't because of one reason or another, whatever it is, just start. Just do something. If it's make videos and all you have is your phone, do it. If you have an idea for a company, like you want to make like, I don't know, water bottles with interchangeable magnet stickers or something, I don't know, that's something completely random. Don't create barriers for yourself, but at the same time, I'm a hypocrite. Listen to me when I say that I'm a hypocrite, because I block myself in my video creation every day. Yeah, thanks for coming to my TED Talk. Actually, you know what? I think I just got my next video. I'm going to start editing later, because I think that would make a good lesson. It's like a self-reflection thing. Like, okay, so I was just talking about how I stop myself from making videos when all I got to do is make a video. If I look at it as it is, that right there can be cut down and put into a video, because I think that's a good message that more people should hear from someone that's, you know, not making tons and tons of stuff off of this. Because it's easy for you to look at someone that's like, I don't know, like got a huge following, say, just start streaming because they're doing it full time or whatever. I'm not doing it full time. However, do I regret streaming and doing this as my hobby? And, you know, this is on the side. This is not my living. But yeah, and all that to say, by the way, I'm thankful for you guys, because I'm very glad that I get to do this and have people in the chat at all, because I mean, if you've tried streaming and you've ever streamed to, you know, 0, 1, 2 people and no one talking, it's tough.